pause for effect.
Good to go?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. Back to the podcast that takes you on the journey to answer those deep cosmic conundrums. I am Space Man, and here is my wonderful co-host.
Me? Is that me? Oh,
Yes,
it's
you.
me. I am BJ 6.9.
Thank you, and welcome back. Welcome back. It's nice to have you see you again. To be honest,
What's the podcast name, Matthew?
what's the podcast name? Where we are floating in the meteor shower.
Yes, stuck in a
Floating in
meteor
space in the
shower.
meteor shower. Stuck in
Yeah.
a meteor shower.
You'll remember one of these days.
I will remember. It's not like it's my job.
No, not at all.
Uh, and to everyone that's listening, if you have any questions that you think about on a daily basis or have in those deep shower thoughts, leave us a comment, send us a message, and we might talk about it in our next podcast.
Absolutely.
But for today, a wonderful question that's been burning in our minds. Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Are they real or are we crazy?
Are we crazy? Well, I wouldn't say crazy. That's a bit of a strong term, but what are ghosts, and have you had any ghostly experiences?
Oh,
Or,
I
or
think.
thoughts and notions?
Oh, well.
Oh well.
But for now, we ready to fly off, BJ16?
Oh, absolutely. I'm ready to blast away. You ready to blast away?
All right. Let's do this. You ready? I will ask, as we do fly in space every time, I feel like you add more and more beep sounds onto
Yeah.
like our console. Is that something we should be concerned about?
We're clones blasting off into the universe each week, so I think each week the spaceship gets more and more technical. So
Okay.
because
Okay.
you know we're garnering new experiences, we're becoming newer, stronger, faster, longer, or whatever that song is, and
Yeah.
you know we're with advancement requires more advanced technology, so more
Very
buttons.
more buttons.
More
Very
buttons.
fair. But to today's conundrum. Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Ghosts terrify the absolute shit out of me.
Yeah, why's that?
I'm one of those kids that's always like, if I'm in like a house by myself and I turn all the lights off, part of me's like, hey, yo, something's better jump my ass. Like something's here.
Yeah.
I will admit I'm still scared of the dark. I don't like being in the dark.
Oh, I'm
It
definitely
makes
not.
me feel uneasy. Uneasy.
Yeah. I'm completely on board with that. I don't like the dark either. When I was a kid, were you ever the type of person who, when you flushed the toilet, you had to run because it was a monster that was about to crawl out of the toilet and drag you down with it?
No, I was the type of person that when I turned off the lights, I ran to the nearest like light source for
Oh.
protection.
What'd you do when you went to like sleep at night when all the lights got turned off, or did you have a
Oh,
night?
well, I had a nightlight a lot for like when I was like during my younger years to like
Lucky.
teenage years. Like I was just an absolute wuss.
Yeah.
But like even now, it's the fact like when it comes to like ghosts or like paranormal things, there is like shit that happens that you kind of like, oh, that was the wind. I'm like, hang on a second. No, I'm not gonna take that for an answer.
So you
like,
believe in ghosts?
Yes, absolutely. Holy damn. Okay, so story time.
Yeah.
I used to live in a granny flat, and back in the granny flat, it used to be like very like a small confined space. So like I would sit in basically the lounge room, but I could see both the kitchen, bedroom, and the bathroom all at the same time, right?
Okay, so you had a full
Anyway.
field of view.
Yeah, I had a full field of view. I could see everything.
Okay.
You know, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm playing the games. My partner's gone off to bed. I'm just chilling. I'm having a good time. And then the dishes just all start falling. Like the ones that we put in our cleaning rack that were all sitting there. Several of them just fell off, smashed ground, and I'm sitting there looking and going like, all right, what the fuck? Was it like not stacked properly or something? And I'm looking at windows closed, door closed, and I'm like, Chelsea, hey, a bunch of dishes broke. She's like, what'd you do? I'm like, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch them. They just fell. She's like, no, I don't appreciate you lying to me. Like, if you made a midnight snack and broke them, that's
Lying
fine.
to
I'm like,
you.
I'm not lying. Like, they just fell. She's like, the dishes don't fall. I'm like, I'm aware.
There is no
Explain!
trust in this relationship, Matthew.
It's not like, it's not no trust. It's the fact that I'm just like, oh,
what are you
well,
doing?
it's like the whole trick of like, oh, the dog ate the homework, but I'm actually like, no, the dog actually ate the homework. Like, what do you want me to say?
Ghost dog.
It's just, But no, it's like things like that. And I have like a photo as well where used to wake up like 4 a.m. in the morning to go to work, and there was like a handprint on the like glass door, and it was like on the other side of the door handle. So it was like no reason for a handprint to be there, because I was like, oh, what if someone just grabbed it or like touched it and the condensation sort of stayed? Because it was one of those cold nights that if you put your hand on something, the mist sort of went around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like 4 in the morning. Like
Okay.
no one's outside. No one. It's on the outside of the door.
Uh-huh.
I wake up my partner again. Hey, you need to come see this. Come to the front door. Look at that. She's like, that's someone probably just touched it yesterday and stayed there. And I'm like, no, that is not a good enough answer. Something touched that door, and either you have someone in your backyard or someone else in this household. Because it was not me. And then she later was like, oh yeah, my grandmother died here. I'm like,
What?
your grandmother's just here to haunt my ass. That's what it is.
What do you mean? What do you mean her grandma died there? Like, did she kill her grandmother?
No, she passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, no, out of spite, my partner just like got her grandma and just now is forcing her grandma to haunt that granny flat for the rest of her life.
Oh well, you have a bit of a tenuous relationship by the sounds of it, so it wouldn't surprise me. But both these things happened in the same house, did they?
In the same house.
Okay.
The same house. And you want something else freaky, all right?
All right.
I'm really on attention. I apologize. I'm still in the spotlight.
That's fine.
We used to have a dog at the family. Unfortunately, it was
Did you
like...
kill him? Did you kill the dog too?
Nah, yeah, I didn't. No,
Okay.
he developed some ankle problems in his back legs,
Oh.
and like the surgery was like, I think it was like several thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
But he was also at the point where he was a really old dog.
Mm.
So we are like, hey, cool, it's probably nice to sort of just let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, every morning, if I didn't sleep until 4 a.m., every morning like 8 or 9 a.m. on the weekends, I would hear the pitter-patters of like the dog's nails against the deck running to the door every time we woke up, because he used to always do that. But when he passed on, I still heard that.
And do you still hear that to this day?
Well, I don't live there anymore. But the thing is, though, is I kept mentioning it. She's like, oh, it's probably just like your brain just being like, oh, every time I wake up, I always heard it. So it's just playing it over again. I'm like, I'm not crazy.
You're the problem.
I can't be crazy, right? I can't be crazy. Am I crazy?
Look, again, we're not going to use strong words like crazy, but there.
Am I imagining these things?
Maybe it is. Maybe you're in the throes of grief about your partner's grandmother and this old dog that you couldn't afford the surgery for, and this grief is manifesting itself in dreams or I don't know. What is sound? What is sound?
Are you calling me the problem?
Not to your face, but over the podcast. Yeah.
But no, so I generally think ghosts are real.
Okay,
I think that there is something there. Whether people pass on or not, still feel like it's there. Because there's just things that happen. It's just things like that.
Yeah, I do agree. There is a certain I'm terrible at podcasts. I can't even talk. There is a certain aspect of life that you can't keep chalking up to mere coincidence or
that's the thing as well. Is it like this just falling? Oh, cool. I might not have stacked them right, but when they happen like several times in a row, you're like, okay, look, I'm not that bad. All right, what the hell?
So, see, when you introduced the topic last week that we're going to do ghosts this week, I was cacking my dacks a little bit because I don't have any of those ghostly stories. But have you had any near-death experiences? Because I have a couple.
Near-death experience?
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one. I almost got crushed by a garbage truck compactor.
What do you mean nearly got crushed by a garbage cat? Were you like, was it one of those Toy Story moments where you accidentally like were thrown in by an arch enemy and you had to battle your way to the top of the thing and nearly
I had to
cooked
sit there and
alive?
fight for my life against my arch nemesis rival, and I jumped out, but he laughed, and that I've never seen him since.
Yeah, and then he got attached to the front of a garbage truck and is driving around.
Yeah. No, I had experience where one of the buttons on the garbage truck, because I used to do curbside and used to like clean it all up.
Yeah.
And when I was putting all the rubbish in, it just activated and was going, and like both hands, head, and like upper torso were in, and I had to like fling myself out before it came down. And oh my god, the amount of panic and adrenaline I had running through me then was like insane.
Was there no like safety mechanism where that thing couldn't
Well,
happen?
there was.
Or
That's the thing, though. So it's like you meant to push the stop sign in. So when you like stop using it, press the stop sign in. You have to like grab it, twist it, let go, and then push the button.
grab it, twist it, bop it.
I don't want to point out like names or brands or anything, but
No.
one of the coworkers I was with didn't notice I was doing it, so undid the emergency button and just hit go
Yeah.
while I was like half in it.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most near-death experience I've had.
Did you see God?
I didn't see the white flashing light. No.
No. Did you see your partner's grandmother? And was she like?
She came across and was like, "How dare you?"
It was me who has been pushing your dishes off and leaving handprints on the window at night.
Oh my god! I feel like an insane man.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, it didn't happen.
No.
But it was one of those things where I had like to sit down and like, you know, when you like your body's in a state of like hyper mode,
Yeah,
like where you just like, yeah, it's not even shock. I just feel like I could like lift a tree. Like that's what I was in.
Yeah, the mother's instinct.
Yeah, the motherly instinct.
Yeah.
I felt like I ascended that day.
Oh, nice. Are you stronger now? Is that why you're such a thick boy these days? Because you know the trash compactor, and now you're big and strong and motherly?
Yeah. I have beaten death.
You've beaten
and now death can't beat me
because death's in a neck brace. Yeah. Well, I've never been pulled into garbage contractors,
yeah.
tractors. No. The thing, I'm a big advocate for helmets, and people might call me a bitch, or people might call me a
wuss,
or a fuddy duddy, or a stickler for the rules. But
yeah.
I have had two. When I was in high school, I used to ride my bike to school.
Yep.
And there were two occasions. Once when I was going down a hill, and the chain fell off my bike and got caught in the spokes, and I flew off my handlebars, and I cracked my like head on the front of the sidewalk. But because I was wearing a helmet, it cracked the front of it, and I only got like a cut on my like eyebrow. So that was one time. That was one time. Then the next time, going down the same hill, which I think that hill is trying to kill me, which is why I haven't ridden down that hill again.
The ghost's there, bro. Yeah, waiting for you.
Your grandma's on that. No, not your partner's grandma's on that hill trying to kill me as well. But I was going down the hill, and there's like a blind corner down the bottom.
Yeah.
So I was like going around that corner, and then at the same time, these other kids were riding their bikes like around the corner, and I just like face planted into the front of this other kid. My face just got mangled on the front of their helmet, and I just like flipped off of it and onto the road. And all I remember from that happening was someone bent down over me and was like, "Hey, yo, you okay?" And I was like, "No." And then the only next thing I remember was like waking up in the hospital and being like, "Hell is happening." But again, my helmet just got cracked all the way down. So like, if I hadn't been wearing those, I wouldn't have a head right now.
Wow, yeah.
So
there you go, kids and ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Wear your helmets.
Wear your goddamn helmets and stop complaining about it.
We now have undeniable proof that they will save your life.
They will save your face, and you will, look better than I do.
Well, it's like, oh, dear God. I haven't had an experience of a lot of like near-death experiences. But like those are like really good ways, like what is it called? Like you know how there's like adrenaline seekers that seek that sort of thrill.
Yeah.
That sort of like, oh, I'm gonna do something really dangerous just to have that sort of heart pumping.
Yeah, like riding a roller coaster. Fuck those, by the way. Roller coasters and anybody who rides them. I hate them.
I ride roller coasters. I think they're great.
Well, then
I just have a really bad fear of heights.
You've got a bad fear of heights, but you go on roller coasters.
Yeah, roller coasters, like the second I go on a roller coaster, I just go pale, and like for the first 5 seconds, I'm like, yeah, this is a bad idea. And then once it goes down after the first dip, I'm like, this is great. This is a good feeling. This is nice.
Are you one of those crazy maniacs that throws your hands up in the air, and every time you go underneath one of the beams, you're afraid that your arms are about to be cut off?
No, I don't do that. I have a fear that will happen. So my arms are heavily tucked in front of my chest the entire time.
What's your favorite roller coaster?
I think my favorite one is the Joker ride at the movie world, or the Superman one.
I've never been on that one, but also mine because I've been on roller coasters before. I don't
Yeah.
like them, but I've been on them. My favorite
Yeah.
one to this day is still the Scooby Doo Spooky Coaster at Movie World.
They changed that though.
What? When?
Yeah, they upgraded it and it's changed now, like a few years back.
Is it changed for the better or is it lame now?
I
Or, like,
think it's
totally
pretty
stupid?
lame because I never experienced it before, like the change, and
Yeah.
I went on this roller coaster. I'm like, man, people talk this up, and it's kind of shit.
Well, don't ruin my dreams like that.
We'll have to go. We'll have to go sometime.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you're not in the minority because I didn't because I wasn't aware of all these things that had happened to you and hadn't had ghostly experiences myself. I did a little bit of research, and
Oh, yeah.
according to ABC, no, ABC, yeah, ABC News,
Yep.
an opinion article written on the 3rd of April 2021 at 6 p.m. It's
Yep.
got a lot more
Yeah,
information on that than I
got
than we
that
probably
details.
need. I know. 48% of Australians say they believe in ghosts or the possibility that they exist. However, 69% say the same about a soul. So, what do you think the difference between a ghost and a soul is?
Oh, yeah, no, because when it comes to that, I remember hearing something from my uncle where he's like, "Oh yeah, they did an experiment back where like well, they this is like back in like World War II or something where people were deceased, how much weight would be lost, and besides the fact of like a small of like blood loss, apparently like everyone lost like 49 grams consistently.
From
Everyone
what?
lost 49 grams just from dying. 49 grams just gone,
So they
and
die
then
and they
people were
lose
like,
49 grams.
yeah, and people were like that's the soul leaving them.
The soul weighs 49 grams.
Something like that. Um, and I think it's really weird when it comes to like souls and ghosts and stuff because it's like you can go down the path of like we're just a big like electricity ball
Yeah.
firing off electricity of nerves and thoughts and stuff, and then when it does, the electricity just disappears and just goes on. There's also the other thought that that electricity bundles itself together, and because you can't really ever see it, it just floats off
Yeah.
and just does its own thing.
And that's the
So
soul, you think?
I'm not too sure if I believe in the soul, but I guess will have to say yes. I believe in ghosts.
Okay, so you're one of the minority few that believes in ghosts, but not the soul.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about the soul.
See, I don't know how I feel about either because I am a redhead, I am a ginger, and being a ginger, we have no soul. So
Yeah, that's
like,
right, yeah.
how can I believe in something that I've never had before?
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Ha ha ha. Thank you, bullies. But speaking of balls of electricity that and that idea, have you ever heard of St. Elmo's fire?
No.
So I was talking to a friend about this today, actually.
Yep.
And St. Elmo's. Have you ever heard those like stories where people say they, or those news clips where people see like balls of light?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do. I do.
yeah. So that is apparently St. Elmo's fire, and St. Elmo's fire is like a weather phenomenon in which I've got the Wikipedia article right here. I'm not actually that knowledgeable. In which luminous plasma is created by corona discharge. That's not a great word to use right now, but we'll go on. From a rod-like object such as a mast, spire, chimney, or otherwise, in an atmospheric electrical field. So there have been many occasions where during storms or during intense electrical fields,
Well, isn't that what
these
like
balls
ghost
have
hunters use?
formed.
They have like EMFs and stuff to like
Yes.
are those like detectors?
Yes, some they use electromagnetic field detectors, and sometimes they see these things and they claim that is ghostly behavior. But if you've ever been like on a plane regularly, you might notice apparently these fields generate on the wings of planes a lot. So
Yeah.
if you ever look outside you've got the right light and conditions, you might actually see sort of like little energy balls or like blue balls of light forming around the wings of planes, and that's apparently called St. Elmo's fire.
What? Well, it's also the thing of like I think imagination is also the biggest killer when it comes to sort of these, like, any of these sort of like experiences, because like your brain can just trick you into being like, oh, this is what it must be. Like, you know when you're sitting at like in bed in the dark and you look over and you think you see a face, and you're just staring at it and you're like trying to like be like, oh, that's my bag, that's a shirt, but you just only see a face, and only when you turn the light on, you're like, wow, I'm dumb, and it's just like a coat hanger or something.
Oh yeah,
it's just things like that.
I get that all the time. My partner's they're like little like electricity meter box thing is down like the sort of like the side of their house, and every time because I have to take the dog out to do a shit when we're walking back up, every time I see the electricity box thing in the corner of my eye and it looks like a face, I'm like, holy goddamn Christ, and I'm about to karate chop it, and every time I look back at it and it's like, it looks nothing like a face. I don't understand why this thing keeps scaring the absolute
and then you try and think about it, put it back into a face, and it's just not coming together, and you're like, huh, okay.
And you feel like you're losing your mind, but, you know, I guess we might be a little bit.
We are going crazy, Brenton. That's what it is.
Slowly
losing it.
I don't think it's slowly. I think it's very quickly that we're losing it.
We're giving up so quick. Just crash dived out.
Yeah. But I also like the idea of last week. We shouted out Backbone and Backdock. Those are very different places, by the way. People look it up. But I like the idea of trying to shout out small businesses or anything within either the arts or people doing creative or unusual or small or fun things. So I actually have a friend who does ghost tours in Brisbane, and I just wanted to give him and their company a bit of a shout out. Wait. I've got it right here. So, shout outs to the Friends of South Brisbane Cemetery. They're a volunteer community group who maintain the cemetery for free and often run free tours during the day. So we'll actually make sure to shout out them in this episode. But do you have anything that you want to do? Because I'm on a roll, Matthew, and if you let me go, I'm going to keep on going with punches.
Well, I'm going to have to pull those punches back then and have to stop and slow you down there.
Why?
Because we are running out of time.
Oh, can I say one more thing, please?
All right, one more thing.
Okay, because I found one hilarious thing. Where is it? It was like the top 23 like ghosts in like pop culture.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Oh no, I think I lost the page.
Well, while he's trying to figure that out.
Yeah, you say some stuff.
Thank you, everyone.
No, don't cancel us, Matthew. You have to save me. I had this saved, and now it's gone.
If Brenton finds it before we can finish off, or he can say his few words. But thank you, everyone.
Okay, I appreciate your thing. No, we're not stopping. You're not cutting me off before I say this. Okay.
All right, quick.
All right, it's the top 28 things. So number 28, guys on Tinder. That's funny. Number 27, Shoeless Joe Jackson from Field of Dreams. I've never seen that film, but I want to. Number 26, Dr. Malcolm Crowe from The Sixth Sense. Also haven't seen that movie. Have you? No? No, okay, we're going to keep on nailing it. The Hatbox Ghost from Disney's The Haunted Mansion. Also haven't seen that. Jacob Marley from NBC's Christmas Carol. These are terrible. Number 23, The Snapchat Ghost. I've seen that before. Number 22, Ghost Rider from Marvel's Ghost Rider. Is he a ghost?
Sort of.
Sort of. He's got ghost in the name. Number 21, The Pac-Man Ghosts.
I
don't know their names. You know their names? What are their names? Quick.
Blue. Okay.
The dead men from Lord of the Rings. Fuck those. Slimer from the Ghostbusters. More ghosts from Ghostbusters. Ghost of Abraham Lincoln. What? I haven't really gone through these real well. Danny Phantom, King Hamlet. Blowjob Ghost and his lover from The Shining. What?
Skip.
Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter. Only at 13.
Skip.
I'd put that much higher. 12, Banquo from Macbeth. Fuck Shakespeare. I know we're a theatre company, but fuck that shit. The Holy Ghost in Fleabag. 10. Number 10. Danny Duquette from Grey's Anatomy. Number 9. Anakin Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. Number 8. Sam Wheat from Ghost. Haven't we already mentioned Ghost?
Don't know who that is.
The Flying Dutchman, SpongeBob. Nailed it. Number 6, Gengar. Not bad.
Oh, yep. The Pokemon.
Number 5, the Peanuts Gang. From Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Number 4, the entire cast of Lost. Oh, that's a bit of a heavy moment. Number 3, Boo from Mario. Number 2, Duke Ellington from Big Mouth. I like that. And number 1, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Now you can sign us off.
Is that the rand of like all the most popular ghosts? Is that what that is?
That was the 28 most popular ghosts in popular culture.
Okay.
I think I might have gotten rid of any audience that we might have had. Rattling through that.
That was great.
Well. What are we doing next week, Matthew? Oh, God, what have I done?
I do have a question for next week. If unless you have one that might top it.
I had one, but I've done enough damage, so let's go with yours.
The question is Afterpay and ZipPay taking over like the finance grocery world?
Taking over the grocery world?
Do you think ZipPay and Afterpay is like taking over?
Taking over what?
Us you going to buy groceries or items or things anymore?
Well.
When was the last time you went to a shop and bought something with a credit card, or just hit it with Afterpay and called it a day?
Okay. Well, that's rather specific, but we'll see how we can make that work next week, I suppose. Man, I'm just so disappointed in myself right now.
You're fine. We're doing good, all right?
Okay.
Mate, you've gone too hard in the space stuff, all right?
Look. Thank you all for listening. Again, this has been Stuck in a Meteor Shower. This might be our last week because I might have to go into hiding after this.
Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah. Be safe, have fun, and don't die, all right?
Yeah.
We'll catch you all later.